is the Bulldozer. They're coming up against the Artist. They'll be fighting in the middleweight division.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
First up, the Bulldozer from the United States of America. Up against them, the Artist from the United States of America.
Look at this. These fights are so up for us. Look at that.
The fighters are in the ring. It's time for the official introductions. Here's the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, wearing the blue trunks with red trim, the Bulldozer. Fighting out of the blue corner, from the United States of America, wearing the green trunks with red trim, the Artist.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and get prepared for battle.
Todd, it's one of my favorite venues. You can't get a better place to fight in.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Both men step back for just a moment. And he caught him with a left hook. You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
It's so hot, it's so heated. There's a roof on here you don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hell to fight on here.
Misses with the jab. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Right on the button with that right hand. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Come on, you're switching off. Set him up and you'll take him out. Look, he's ready to go. He's got his back, get your focus back, get that jab back. Just box him. Through this round or he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish him. It's the same again. Don't change too much. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're absolutely clear. Just keep him on the end of that jab and you'll get there. Get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart. Your body shot's in there, varied up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Good work. You got and breathe when you're stepping round. You got complacent. Don't give him no free shots. Just keep him on the other, everything in the bag, and now you've let him back into it.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
Good, get focused. Get your mind on the job. Get back out there and win the round.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Big hook to the body. Looking to land the hook. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight. A counter punch is smart.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? And that jab just missed with the left hand. No defense for that hook. Beautiful counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Completely. Tougher fight, and he's going to be confident. You've got to take that confidence away.
Stay focused. Hold on back in the fight. Right round. I don't want him to load up. Don't be looking for that one shot or anything. Set him up and he'll take him out.
Mind back on the job. That's a terrible round, that is.
Come on, Chalk. You follow through. Don't let him coast through this round or he'll ride it out.
Much better. He's not in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back to
Keep doing what you're doing. The gap's right here. Just keep him on the end of that.
be about that round. Don't worry about it. Let's go out.
Time winding down as we get set for another round.
So he can't figure you out. Good work.
Care. Go out there and win this next round. I need you to switch back on. Get focused.
Let's get it started in round three. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Should we be surprised if these two fighters go the distance tonight, considering how much they've emphasized their physical fitness? Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? And he scores with the counter. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Okay, focus. Big, deep breaths.
You were thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up, you were still landing the power.
Get back out there and switch on. Get this boxing back together.
Great defense at the end of all that. Do what you got to do. Do it. Now, don't want you to load up. Don't be looking for that one shot or anything. Set him up and you'll take it.
Get back behind your jab basics. Get your rhythm back. Then we go again.
Just make sure you follow through. Don't let him coast through this round.
Don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on. You've let him back into this. You better
Can't miss it. Now, good work. Stay focused. Don't let him back in the fight.
behind your jab basics. Just get your rhythm back.
And that'll do it for the minute break as we get set to get back in the action.
That jab move.
Now it's a tougher fight, and he's going to be confident. You've got to take that confidence away. Go out in the...
Back at it in round 4. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? His stamina is off the charts. Nope, that hook won't score. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. What a massive upset this would be. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab is slick.
Put him back in his place.
You've got skill here. You were thinking. You were smart.
Now that was. Come on. You let him back into the fight. You're much better than that guy. You're much better. He's not even in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together.
I need good work there. The jabs are working nice. Those 1-2s.
You let him back in. You're better than that kid. Just go back out there.
Don't let him back into the fight. Great work. Just stay focused.
Go again. Right. Let's go out there and get your boxing back together.
Don't be looking there for one shot at a time.
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather.
He's ready to go, but you've got to be smart. Otherwise, he'll see it and he'll ride it out.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. A lot of effort being exerted here. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
What are you doing? Come on, switch on.
He's gone already. Just make sure you follow through.
Reset. Forget about that round. It was a bad round, you know?
You were thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up, you were still landing your power shots. Good one. Don't forget the jab. You know, get carried away. Think about your defense and the end of all that.
To win this round, get your mind back, get your focus back.
The middle, can't miss it. And good one. Stay focused. Don't let him back in the front.
Just get your shots off and don't give him anything. Go back and win the round, right?
Can't or anything. Don't give him no free shots. Slow.
Just get him back on the job. That's a terrible round, that is.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action.
Again, he's not in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together and put it back on him this round.
There's the bell to start round 6. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
You can see the heavy, and that'll do it as the bulldozer goes down. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? One, two, three, four. Give me your breath.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, getting...
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
You've been posted for this entire fight, and now you've landed back in. Now it's going to be a tough.
Nice round, good round. I like that one. Happy, good man.
His confidence away. Go out, and in the first minute, stick him in the end of your
That hand is beautiful. That's it. Just start sticking a few body shots in.
Take away that confidence and stop him in his tracks. You did all that work in camp. You got to get out there and switch on. Get your boxing back together. Don't worry about that.
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried one shot at a time. Set him up, but you'll take him out.
It was a god-awful round, I tell you. Now, come on. You're away.
He's ready to go, but you've got to be smart. Otherwise,
The referee calling for seconds out, right back into the action.
get back him again. Don't change too much yet. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear.
Here comes round 7. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. His stamina is off the chart. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
Yeah, switch back on. Get focused, get your mind back on the job, and get back out there.
Great round, great round. Now relax.
Good work, win this round. Get your mind back, get your focus back, and get that jab back.
Can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
Go back out there and win this round, all right? It's only one round that you lost. Don't worry about it. Come on, we're switching up. We got complacent. This fight's not over yet. You gotta
Give him any free shots. Keep smart. Don't be looking.
nail him back into it. You've completely switched up.
He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's hurt.
Well, let him back into the fight. You're much better than that guy. You're much better.
Get it out. Go out there and finish him.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Right back into the action.
That's it. Just start sticking a few body shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so we can't figure you out.
Round 8, and we're off again. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
That hook just can't find the target. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've gone in the ring with fights like that and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.